Did you know that there are 3 piggy banks that smart adults keep? Alright, so for this video, I'll be talking about the 3 piggy banks that smart adults like you keep. So before we start, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and of course, click the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned and get updated for my updates. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll get updated with the channel videos that I will be making for you. And if you have any suggestions or comments about what video you want to see in the future, maybe you can comment it down below. Tell me what topics about personal finance or money management that you want me to make or discuss about. Okay, so let's start with the 3 piggy banks that smart adults keep. So the first piggy bank is what we call the safety fund piggy bank. So in this piggy bank, this contains our liquid or our emergency fund. But you know, I don't want to call it an emergency fund because I don't want to save up for an emergency. So let's just call it safety fund. Before the pandemic, you see the health crisis, I usually suggest to my clients that they have at least only 3 to 6 months worth of their expenses saved up in their safety fund piggy bank. However, when the pandemic struck, it made it more prudent for you and me to create at least 6 to 9 months worth of our household expenses saved up in this safety fund or this safety fund piggy bank. Why? Because if you're watching this 2021, well, we're nearing the first year anniversary of the lockdown here in the Philippines. If you don't have a safety fund for our household expenses, maybe you got laid off from your job, or maybe you took a pay cut so that you can keep your job and all your office mates can keep their jobs as well. If we don't have a safety fund, we might have problems in terms of our day-to-day expenses. So now I'm encouraging that we have at least 6 months worth of our monthly household expenses. So that's just easy. We put it somewhere that we can access it immediately. For example, some of it we can put in cash, and some of it, of course, in a ATM savings account where we can withdraw easily. That's our safety fund piggy bank. The first piggy bank that smart adults like you keep. For the second piggy bank, it's called the medical expenses piggy bank. Again, with the recent health crisis, it made it more apparent that we needed at least a safety fund or another fund separate from our safety fund that addresses medical expenses or the needs when it comes to medical emergencies. Okay, so what are the medical expenses that we need to prepare for in this piggy bank? Number one, it's the critical illness. So these are the dreaded diseases like cancer, stroke, or heart attack that really puts a dent in the families, not only our pockets, but also our families' pockets. If this happens to a family member without a medical expenses piggy bank. So I suggest that at this point, maybe in the future, this will still adjust because there's such thing called inflation. So at this point, a minimum of 2 million pesos of this critical illness fund should be prepared for each of the working family member in this case. So if you're a professional and you're working, it's very important to protect our income, our assets, our savings with a layer of protection that can be brought by our medical expenses piggy bank. And aside from that, of course, there are other medical expenses that we can't foresee. For example, when we get confined, maybe it's not a dreaded disease, it's just a common illness, but when someone gets confined, again, we need to replace the income that's lost from that confinement. Every day in confinement, we lose our income. Maybe we have sick leaves, or maybe we have HMO cards. However, our HMO cards does not cover the income that we lost. Just covers whatever is covered by that card in that case. So if we want to still cover that income, there's such a thing called a daily hospitalization income that can replace our day-to-day income while we are confined. And if you want to know more about how you can build your own medical expenses piggy bank, I can help you. Just go over to my Facebook page. I will be linking it in the caption below, and it's www.facebook.com/Argel Tiburcio. You can message me there and I can help you set up a medical expenses piggy. How? Because this piggy bank will help you have this instant lump sum cash amount that if ever something happens to our health, for example, the dreaded disease, if we get diagnosed with that, there's an instant lump sum amount that we don't have to get from our savings. We just get it from our medical expenses piggy bank. So in technical terms, that's a critical illness health insurance policy. And in this policy, we can also attach an added benefit for us that every day in confinement, we can have a specific amount of daily hospitalization income. So this can range from 1,000 per day to as high as 7,000 pesos per day. And here's the thing, you can only get medical or health insurance while you are healthy. So this is the unique point in this kind of insurance. We have to be healthy in order for us to get the most bang for our buck. Our application for the insurance gets approved easily, and second, it's the cheapest when we're young and we're healthy. I'm not saying that you won't be approved when you're not healthy. There will be just additional tests, and of course, since there's a higher risk for those with existing illnesses, the company, in this case Film Life, may have to charge additional premium or additional payment. Okay, so if you're young, you're healthy, and you don't have enough medical expenses big yet, if you don't have at least 2 million yet, it's time for you to add on. Again, message me in my FB page, fb.com/Argel Tiburcio, and I'll be glad to help you bridge that gap. Okay, so now let's begin with our third and final piggy bank that smart adults keep. It's called the future piggy bank. So for the safety fund and the medical expenses piggy, it takes care of the present or what could happen in the present, correct? Now for the future piggy, it takes care of our future goals, financial goals. Of course, one of this is our retirement fund, and I always mention that we want to save up at least 20% of our annual income or monthly income to pay for our future selves, which means our retirement fund. Because we don't want to work until, let's say, 60, 65. Yes, it's okay to work until that age if we love our job and we just want to work because we want to, not because we have to. So that's the dream for retirement. And saving up early for retirement gives us lots of different options for us to choose which path to choose when we reach our retirement. And maybe we can also retire early. So if you want to plan out how much you really need when it comes to your retirement fund, you can also, again, contact me through my FB page. So we can compute how much your lifestyle today costs by the time you decide to retire. So I can compute that for you. And also I can back it up with a plan that can support your cash flow or your savings that you want to save moving forward until your retirement. And then, of course, if you have kids or you plan to have kids, the college fund or the kids education fund for college, it's one of the most expensive. If you want them to, of course, if you want them to study in private universities, it costs much higher. And if you want them to, let's say, study abroad or have more options for them in the future when they want to study, you have a fund ready. So the ideal time to set up this fund even before they become students. What's good about saving up early for college is that we can set aside as little as around 20,000 per year to start. Of course, again, I can help you compute the college fund for your children based on the prevailing tuition fee increase rates or the inflation for education. So again, go to my Facebook page, send me a message there, and then let's set an appointment to check how much education fund that you need to prepare for your children. And finally, of course, we want to leave a legacy in the future for our family. In case we get taken out of the picture, for example, due to untimely death or accidents, this legacy fund is there to activate or to help your family bounce back right away. And of course, there's only one special plan or one special product that can do this for you, and it's life insurance. Even though we haven't saved up, for example, for 10 times of our annual income, we can get insurance worth 10 times our annual income. And if something happens, this estate or this legacy fund will instantly be created through that product or through that insurance policy. So that's one of the crucial benefits of insurance that we tend to misunderstand, or if we don't see the big picture or the benefits of having life insurance. Those are the 3 piggy banks that smart adults keep: the safety fund piggy bank, the medical expenses piggy bank, and the future piggy bank. I can help you with your medical expenses piggy bank and of course your future piggy bank in terms of having adequate life insurance and health insurance. Again, send me a message in my Facebook page. For the safety fund piggy, if you want to accelerate your savings or accelerate the cash flow that you have, my team is hiring. You can go to argeltiburcio.com/join, and I'm looking for people who want another serious stream of income by being an online insurance entrepreneur. For more details, just again, go to my Facebook page, chat me up there, or go to argeltiburcio.com/join and input your details in the form so I can get you started right away for our opportunity to being an online insurance entrepreneur. So that's it for our short video. I hope you have learned. If you want to learn more about these piggy banks and you want to personalize this for your own, you can just comment below, or again, just hit me a message in my Facebook page. That's it. I hope you learned a lot from this short sharing, and I hope that you, again, subscribe, like, share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell for the new videos that I will be putting out.